Hey guys, thanks for the response for our previous live video that we share about the Excel skill that actually can help you to fasten your work. It doesn't matter where fasten your work is actually during MCO, MCO or after MCO. What we want to do is actually to give you some tips and tricks that we use in our daily life so that we can actually help you to increase your productivity. So today I'm actually further to dive into the Excel tips, pro tips to increase your productivity, and then it going to work to you. So if let's say you miss out, you can check the video in our Amazing Lawyers group. You can find a video, and also for the first video we also introduced about some software that is really helpful. So go to the Excel tip number 2. Okay, going forward for the if function. It's a tip 8. So what is this tip 8 about? Is let me share my screen. Yeah, you should be able to see my screen. Sure, good. Okay, so for this tip 2, right, is the if functions. So what do we mean by if function? We let the Excel to do all the logical thinking for us by telling them what we wanted to what we wanted to filter out. Like say for example, right now I want to do some analysis, and then I want the Excel formula to be big. If let's say it's less than 9, it will say it's small. So by right, this should be big, small, big. Am I correct? But then imagine I have like 100 lines of data. I don't analyze it myself. So I can actually use this function called if function. You can put like equal, and then you just click this fx. Fx is actually our additional mathematical terms. It's called function. So when you click it right, you select the if. So if this cell, you just select this cell. If B3 cell, it's more than 9, right? If let's say this is true, I want it to be big. If that's not true, small. So just type it that way and press enter. Alright? And then I can drag it all down, and the if function will actually do it for me. So it's very handy. Imagine you have 1,000 lines of data. I'm just giving you one scenario. You can actually play around with a lot of different scenarios, and if function is definitely one of the functions that can actually help you. So this is the Excel tip number 8. And there are also a lot, you click, you can have some, if, there are a lot. So you start with the basic one first, alright? And then there's the tip number 9. Okay, number 9, I super love the conditional formatting. Sometimes with a lot of data, right, we can't really process the data in chunk. We really need to have some graphical like colors and do it for us. But then we don't want to do the coloring ourselves. So this is a really great conditional formatting. So I also give you another example, right? Yes, no, yes. So I'll just give you 2 examples here. First example, right? Whenever you want to do conditional formatting, you just select the data that you want to conditional format to, and then after you select, just press this conditional formatting. It's actually on home conditional formatting. There are a lot of things that can play. Like for example, you can have highlight the cell greater than. So I will tell them if let's say the amount is greater than 1,000, then highlight in this color for me. Alright. Also, I can actually tell them, I reselect again. I go to conditional formatting. I can tell the system if let's say less than say 300. Alright, less than 300. Also give me a green. Alright. So directly from a graphical and coloring point of view, right, you kind of know exactly. So we don't have to guess. So let's say right now you want to clear the formatting, very easy. You just select, and then here is a clear rules. So everything will be clear already. So there are a lot of things that can play, right? Like you can tell the system you want to see the top 10%. Alright. So top 10%. See top 20%, or maybe top 40%. All right, these are the data that is top 40%. So let me clear. You actually can create a lot of different rules. Like even you want to have a data bar, because data bar is graphical view, so we can see it very easily. Like definitely the 5,000, the data bar will be higher. So from graphical point of view, it's very easy. Another one is if let's say you have a set of data, yes, no, you just want to see how is it going on, right? You can also use formatting. Text that contains, yes. Let us put red border. So a lot of things that you can play around, so feel free to use it. And then next thing, wow, this okay, I thought about this tool because it's relevant to EasyLaw, because about where the lens search where are all the land searches that we're doing, like which is the majority states and etc. Right? So it doesn't matter states. It can be even like the era, like it can be PJ, Bangsa, Gombak, as long as the location is available on a map. So I'm just giving you one scenario how, like, this is data, assuming, yeah, maybe this you can name it as a cases of COVID-19, all right? So, and then you go to insert, yeah, I think go to map, all right? Just pick the map. And then they will kind of like connect Bing, I think it's a Bing map. And not only they will show you like the number of cases higher, and then of course you can pick the color that you want, and then you also can pick the format that you want. So it's very useful. Imagine you are doing like a world map. It is super useful for you. That is tip number 10. Okay, tip number 11. I think this, if let's say you don't, this is quite basic. If let's say you don't know, learn something new today. So assuming you have some data, right? It is not from A to Z. This data to be sorting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then right now it's jumbled up, right? So or you want to sort this data from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So I purposely put maybe M here, right? C here. So let's see. How do we sort? By asking a system to sort first. You just select it and I click data. Anything related to the data. Oh, sorry. You click home. Should be home. Sort and filter. Here there's few ways. A to Z way or Z to A way. So I pick A to Z way. Then it will directly from A, B, C, D until Z. All right, so I hope it makes sense to you. And then next one will be, oh, this one, sometimes when we're working, right, we want to include some dot. Maybe one of the way that you're doing is that you're going to screenshot and then put it inside here, right? Actually, that is a really cool function. It's so easy. Like you just go to vision and then pick screenshot and then just pick the screen that you want to screenshot. Like right now, I'm picking the browser. And then they will auto insert the screenshot for me. Okay, so these are the really helpful tool for you guys whenever you want to do any analysis or graphical representation. I do use a lot of sorting, filter, and also a lot of if functions, as well as all the functions that I mentioned in video one. Video one, we actually the 8 functions that you can use on daily life, so it's even better. So next one, I want to show you guys on, for those who haven't used for those who don't really use the Google Doc, right? I would strongly encourage you to use Google Doc. What's the advantage and disadvantage? Okay, for litigation and corporate lawyer, I believe that you wanted to keep a lot of things anonymous, right? Then you said like keeping in clouds may be a little bit dangerous. So I understand that. But then if let's say you have basic stuff that you don't mind to collaborate with your associate or your partners, you can actually go for Google Doc. And then that is really something very cool function I personally use when I'm producing my we always have EasyLaw internal training process. Like whenever we go over a land search, we do everything, we systemize everything very systematically by producing manuals so that we don't have to teach the same thing over and over again. It's because our knowledge management system. So you can actually do the same thing. You can use Google Doc as a knowledge management system throughout the entire firm. And then one thing that I really like about it is because it enables me to categorize all the heading very easily. And I put this heading 1, right? I can select, right? This heading 1. And then I can also, the next thing maybe is a subheading, like is subheading. When I select correctly, right, all the subheading will append correctly. So that it's very easy for me to go to pages I want to see. Like sometimes in the document, we have about 20 pages, but then we just want to see a particular topic. I just click a heading. And then not only that, it enables me to create like the content page so easily because the content pages will update it themselves. What I do is that I just click insert and I click table of content and I just click content. Whenever here it pop up. It's actually the kind of stuff you don't have to type it yourself because right now I'm maintaining everything in one single sheet. That's why it's working. So the reason that I'm using Google Doc, several reasons, because it's a mobile phone. Just make it the collaborative edits is so easy. use it for like all the contracts and etc. because you want to have a PN, right? Keep it for like manual producing, and then also you can share the Google Doc to someone else, and you can control who can edit, who cannot edit. So maybe you want to have the full control, only you can edit, right? Because maybe it's a very important document you want to share with the team in your office, but then you don't want them to have the edit function. You can also do that by clicking the share. So basically, I'm just covering the basic stuff over here for you, for whoever haven't explored the Google Doc. Just to go and play around. It's really cool. Really love that very much. Last time I just used Word file, but then after I actually used the Google Doc, it improved our team very much easier. So these are the tips and tricks I'm going to share. I hope that you find the Excel tips is useful. And then, okay, the next live we are trying to do like maybe Friday. I haven't thought about any topics to cover, but if let's say you think that this session of Excel is really helpful, you want us to dive into even further for the Excel, right? Please feel free to leave a comment below, and then we'll try to research more and more useful functions that we use ourselves daily life. We only want to recommend the things that we will be using lah. So for those, actually, if let's say you still need to do land search, especially for firms specializing in conveyancing, it's time for you to reduce the contacts with your dispatch boy, right? During this very serious environment. So what EasyLaw can help to do is that you can submit the land search online to our system. It's totally contactless. And then what we will do is that we will give you the results via email. So we want to maintain everything is contactless just to reduce the risk. Because we see there's different work after the MCO, right? So it's very important that you maintain the contactless. That's why we also provide you a reload promotion. All right. So the reload promotion is that if you reload 500, right, we are going to give you 10% rebate. Meaning you reload 500 land search credit, you are getting full. And then if let's say you reload 1,000 land search credit, you are going to get 1,100. Okay, 100 it means a lot because that means that you get 2 local land search for KL and Selangor area. All right, does it make sense? So of course, right now unfortunately, our team land offices throughout the entire period, they are closed as well. We have already seen the Johor Selangor. We also realized that they will just follow the PDG. So if you have any land search requests, just to get the listing off your mind, right, you can just submit first. We will just process straight away. Maybe we need to have some tasks for the government agency. But this is one of the things that want to help out at contact you need with your dispatch. That's very much important. So I hope you liked the video today. Please feel free to invite your friends to join our group if they haven't. It's called Amazing Lawyers because we want to make sure you have an amazing time after the MCO period. Thank you so much everyone, and take care. Bye bye.